night where
when I was a child, I walked around with my hand stretched to my side. And in the front seat, I spread my fingers out when I learned to drive. Well, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. When I was alone, I watched them slip as they sliced into my skin. At that hospital, where the blood poured over my arms and the light shined in. Well, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in at a red light. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you? How lucky am I to be alive, to love you? Let me go back and tell me I'll survive and say someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me I'll survive until someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in and arrive. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you. How lucky am I to be alive.
In a world ravaged by monsters, chaos, and strife, a land in turmoil cried out for a hero. They were adventurers, forged together in the threads of fate. They are not what the world wants, but what the world gets. Together, their courage will change something?
Hello and welcome to Adventures of the Known World, a Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the world of Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. Think of this campaign as an improvised fan fiction in the Xenoverse, where fate is determined by dice rolls, and the heroes are what Xenites hate most about fanfics, chock full of Mary Sues. Our story takes place in the 25 years that Xena and Gabrielle were presumed dead, when in fact they were just taking a long nap in a cold, icy tomb. The world still cried out for a hero, and we'll see if these adventurers can help out in the warrior princess's absence. While you should not expect to see Xena and Gabrielle during this campaign, it will be riddled with familiar characters and lore from ancient Greece. D&D content featured in this campaign is a mix of homebrew content as well as content from Wizards of the Coast and Arcadia, which is available on Kickstarter. Sound effects and music are by Scienscape, because Epic Games and Epic Sound, and special music featured by Hey Kate. Check them out on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Bandcamp, Facebook. They're everywhere, and their music is amazing. As always, I am Amanda, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this campaign, and with me is Bailey, Heike, Leo, Robin, and Taylor. And if you had not followed us on all of our socials, check them out. Come follow us and see what's in store. If you have been paying attention to our Facebook page and our Instagram and our Twitter, you will know that we have our first set of Xena-inspired tabletop dice. You can't really see. Hold on. There we go. Put it in front of my face. So here I have a D20, but I have a full set of Xena dice that I will be using tonight in the campaign, and we will be giving them away. And in order to get this, there's a link in the chat, and just follow that link, fill out the form, and during the break, we're going to announce the winner of this special dice set. I know, it's pretty awesome. And stay tuned, because we're going to have other dice sets available as prizes, as well as to be purchased soon. In the next couple days, you should be able to see an Aries set, an Aphrodite set, a Gabrielle set, and some really cool fun ones that I haven't played. There's 14 designs, all based on the show, as well as exclusive dice sets for Z-Night Retreat attendees that they can buy that are all in the nation's colors, which are going to be fantastic. So check them out and make sure you're watching those socials so you know where to get these sets. But for tonight, this special Xena dice with the Xena X on the side 20-sided dice will be available tonight on our break. If you sign up in the chat, the link's there to sign up for the draw. And included with this is, because we had a little extra resin, a little dice tray for your rolling. It's a little mini one, not too huge, but you can use it to roll your dice, and so that doesn't roll off the table. Super cute. And it's in the same colors as the Xena dice, so that brown and black leather, which is awesome. But yeah, it's really fun. It's hard to see, but you got little gold flakes in with these. See right there? They're freaking awesome. All right. So again, click the link in the chat. Type in your name, your address. Actually, it's just your email address so I can find your mailing address later when you win. And on the break, stay tuned because that's when we're going to do our draw. Cool. And with that, previously on Adventures in the Known World, our adventurers infiltrated the living quarters of the priest of Apollo in the Pythia, looking for evidence of foul play, as the Archon's wife believes that the priests of Apollo have something to do with not only the Pythia being sick, but her husband being put to sleep. And while there, they discovered a few things, including a liar and some unfortunate water and fire elementals, and some interesting herbs, and some cool clues that they're going to probably investigate further tonight. And so we wake up the next morning at the Saucy Seder. Ido Sindri had a successful hunting night last night. Karis, full belly. Kiba, you had a long day. You probably slept a lot. After fighting a shark, winning a diving competition, a couple more fights, you were pretty wrecked. And Regan, well, Regan does what Regan does best. Read books. Yeah. And go!
Is Regan awake?
Probably.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night while Iatus and I were hunting?
Yeah. I just did some studying, practiced a couple. I can't. The lightning spell, I haven't had a chance to use it yet. The one that I found in the house. Yeah, just been practicing that one. How's your hunt?
Oh, it was quite successful. Iatus and I caught a
Roll a d12.
Okay. 10.
You got a turkey.
We caught a turkey.
Nice.
We will not say Happy Thanksgiving in this stream.
No. But
enjoy your turkey.
I forgot it was American Thanksgiving coming up. So
I think it was actually delicious.
what was I saying? Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure, it sounds delicious, I suppose, but, not really my thing, but, like, how much blood do they really have? Enough?
Enough. Yeah.
Cool.
Would you care to go down to breakfast? And we can see what adventures the day has in store for us.
Oh yeah, we should talk to Damaris at some point, and we'd have to go see the speech today. Anyway, yeah, we'll go talk to the group. We'll go downstairs.
Excellent.
Oh! Actually, did we decide on having Gallagher stake out the Damaris's house? We did?
We're talking about it, but you didn't actually do it.
Okay. I'll talk to the group when we go downstairs. I don't know what form he should be in. I know we talked about a bird, and we also talked about like some type of like a spider or something.
I think we decided on the spider because of the size and the ability to
move within.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I would have gotten up extra early then and done that.
Changed him into a spider?
Yeah.
Would you send him on his way already?
I mean, if we're gonna go talk to her, it would probably be easier to.
Yeah, I don't want him to have to like crawl the whole way there. Because
I was going to say, well, we're going to roll to see if he survives.
that makes sense. No,
Big trip for a spider.
Obviously, I'll leave him. Ugh, I have to carry around a fucking spider all day. Yeah, so he's a spider.
Okay.
But he's
How
an
big?
adorable spider.
He's not very big. I mean, whatever a normal-sized spider in Greece looks like, I have no idea.
I think the only spider we saw in Xeno was like that bigger one that Eve was holding.
Spider.
Oh.
Sure, he'll be like that one.
So about that big.
yeah, that's big.
Big enough to see.
Okay, smaller.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to.
Where are you going to carry the spider?
Okay.
It's the pocket spider.
Dree, can you carry him? He freaks me out like this.
Oh, yes, and I'll sort of have him in my hand and like really lightly just like petting him.
I don't like him like this at all. And I just leave. I don't want to be in the room anymore.
We'll hurt his feelings.
He's
It's
fine. He
okay,
doesn't like it
Gallagher.
either. He doesn't like it
It's
either.
Oh, poor Gallagher. But no, I'll just be talking to him like the whole time, just having a conversation off in my own little world with him.
We'll head downstairs.
All right. Is anyone else downstairs? Is anyone in the room?
I'll be downstairs out in the tables already.
Same with Cars. He
Perfect.
woke up early to work out again. Keep him in
Ooh.
shape.
Okay.
Cubit was sleeping, and so he wakes up, does his like morning little stretches and little meditation ritual, and he likes being around people a lot, so he then goes downstairs around the same time.
Good morning.
Robin, roll me a d6.
2.
The spider.
It's a lot slower today. You don't really see as many people this morning as you have on other days. There's a lot more arts things happening, and because it's a smaller venue, people kind of got out for earlier morning to try to secure their spots. But Quintus sees you, and he comes on over and says, "Oh, my group of friends, welcome. Today we have bread, fried crisp in olive oil with a paste made of almonds to spread on top of it. It's quite delicious. And for the premium, I'll also include 2 fried eggs and some smoked sausage.
I would love that first option.
Not a problem.
I'll take
Thank
the
you
premium.
greatly.
Yeah.
The premium?
I'll take that too.
All right.
With a double helping of sausage, if that's possible.
Not a problem.
Likewise.
Bailey, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
I'll take the premium, and then the boys can split my sausage. Sorry.
Even
All
easier.
right.
And you, Miss Driana, are you surprising me today in joining the food?
Yes, that sounds quite delightful. I love almonds.
All right. So those taking the premium, that's the 8 silver pieces. If it's a regular, it's 3 silver pieces. And if you haven't paid up for your night, your regular nights are like the 5 silver
Okay.
pieces.
Oh,
Unless you get weekly rate.
Yeah, didn't we go the weekly rate?
Yeah, if you did, then it's still not
Okay.
a week yet. This will be like the last night of that week.
Okay.
You said it was 8 for the food.
Yep. The premium, yep. All right. Quintus brings you your food and bids you a good day.
I'm gonna go to like pass my food to Gallagher, realize crap, he's a spider. And so I'm just gonna like really subtly like put pieces on everyone else's plate and yeah, so good, tasty.
it's actually quite good. The almond butter.
Really good.
So what was our plan today? I know we talked about speaking to Damaris, but do we want to go to the Oracle first? Or if we go to Damaris, we can drop off Gallagher. He's a spider now. It's gross. I don't want to do
You
it
don't
again.
need to show it.
Excellent. We should ask and see what the schedule is for
It's about to say that.
Pythia's speeches.
I know it's this morning, but I don't know if he told me a time.
She'll be asking around then.
Yeah.
So if it's this
Did he-
morning, we should probably do one of the speeches first, just so
So we get
we
it
don't
over with.
miss anything, right? Because
Yeah.
she might do the thing and we won't be there, and then
Yeah.
oh,
That would be terrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
it would be very not auspicious if we missed the code word, whatever it might be.
If she says the right words, what are we? I mean, I think I forgot, but did we agree on what we were going to do? Are we meeting her somewhere?
Well, if we hear it, I believe I was to message her, and we could go from there.
Yeah, perhaps not like immediately during the speech, because that might like throw her off. But
Oh,
when the
of
speech
course.
is
What that was what the word we wrote in the note that for her to say the word and then she'll hear a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll be ready for it.
okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, well, they told us where it is. I don't have my notes in front of me, so I can't remember. But I believe it was. Oh crap!
Dude.
This morning,
Yeah.
Driana, you wouldn't know with your keen mind, since I don't have my notes.
Yes, it was at the insert location here, and I believe it was the speech honoring Orpheus.
Does no one take notes?
I do. I just don't have my book. I'm sorry.
I have to create content and remember everything
I'm
for you?
sorry.
Okay, it's fine. Look, you and your keen mind.
I'll go get my notebook on the break.
Yeah, so so there's a speech at the amphitheater. You're not sure which one they're going to make because there was 2 speeches that appeared to be at the amphitheater. One was talked about like more of like the theater and poetry and writing, and mentioned Orpheus, and the other one was one that was talking about like philosophers and yeah. So you don't know which one was going to be today.
Okay.
Did we know what time?
They just said good morning.
Well, I guess we can just go to the amphitheater and see what's up.
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. I wouldn't want to miss out on anything.
Yeah. It's still early. We should be all right. I guess we can head there whenever. Dree, you're going to lose you won't have the aid of Gallagher today, so you might have to stick close.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Quite used to that by now.
Have you guys like thought of ways to help your eyesight?
I've got some ideas, but I'm not really sure how to create them. It's not really my expertise. I was hoping maybe we could find someone at some point in the city, see if we could get something made. Kind of like something that could help to shield her eyes.
What would it be made out of?
I don't know. Like a. Do they have glass in ancient Greece? Is that a thing? Yeah. Oh, like a dark shade of glass, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to talk to someone. Like, it's not. I don't know. I just kind of have like this idea, but I don't know if it could happen.
We saw someone doing weird shit with glass in the market, didn't we?
Sorry.
Yes, that might be a really great idea. You have an amazing ability with ingenuity. If you think that it's something like that could exist, I think we should try and see if it's possible.
If we have time today, we should put that into motion.
Sure, we could do that. We just haven't had a chance since we've gotten here to really talk to any craftsmen.
I mean,
Cool. Well, shall we go?
Yes.
All right. Words.
Yeah, so you guys finish up your meal and you head out of the Saucy Seder, past the markets, and Karis, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Sure. That would be 13.
13. It takes you a moment and of you looking out, but you do see that glass blower that you saw that one night, and you point it out to that group.
Over there. See, they're doing weird shit.
What is it? Sorry?
It's a glass blower.
Oh.
It's got a little dragon oven kind of set up, and you see him poking in this little flyer, and then he pulls out a tube and starts blowing, and he's blowing a big red globule.
It looks really cool. I don't really get it, but that's glass, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Good spot. Good eyes. Yeah, we'll definitely have to. Maybe Dre will make a point to speak to him soon about coming up with something. But
most definitely.
Yeah, we should get to.
What time is the speech starting?
Yeah, I mean, he's right here on our way. Shouldn't we talk to him real
Yeah.
fast? Maybe we can commission something to pick up after this. The
I was thinking the
amphitheater?
same thing.
We don't really know what time the speech is gonna happen, though, right?
Yeah, I was kind of in a rush. I figured. I mean, Dre's lived without them for this long. Another day won't hurt too badly.
Depending on what we face, but yeah.
I think we should probably get to the amphitheater sooner rather than later. We can come back after, though. Maybe on the way to Damaris's house. Then that way the time is less pressing.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I just don't
Okay.
want to miss her speech.
It's an invigorating one that I have
Where's the
not.
ladies, man?
All right, so you guys, you haven't been up to the amphitheater yet, except for Dree. I think Dree did go there one night and slept in a tree near there.
Yeah, and I also bought my plethora of
Oh, yeah.
scrolls.
Was it like 12 scrolls that you made me write?
Yep.
I'll take them all. Well, fuck you too. So I spent like hours in an inventory being like, all right, what's this one about?
They're so good. They're so good.
Yeah, so you guys make your way to the amphitheater. It's packed. Absolutely packed. And you do see a bunch of different people kind of packed around the stage, all carrying like items, like almost like mechanical items. Very sciencey looking. And then you actually do see the priests of Apollo, two of them, one older, one younger, speaking with each other. And then you see the younger one go behind the curtains of the stage.
Are those the same men that were guarding the underwater fowl area that we went to?
Nope.
They're different. Okay, cool. Thank you for that clarification.
Should we approach the priest and ask about the schedule?
I mean, we can, but I would assume that since they're here, that she'll be here shortly to do her speech.
Yeah, I prefer staying away from them.
Can
The less they know of us, the better.
I take a look around and see if I see the Oracle? What's her name? Pythia? The Pythia?
You did not from that glance.
Oh.
Is
I would
there
assume-
other people sitting down? Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a very, very packed amphitheater.
Alright, so find seats.
I'm just gonna turn to someone, a random individual,
Sure.
and be like, has the Pythia done the speech yet?"
It's about a middle-aged woman. She's got 3 little boys kind of running around. She's trying to get them to sit down because she saved seats for them. She looks pretty like it's already been a long day for her, but she looks over at you and she's like, I know, but it's about to start. Sit down! And she grabs one of them and yanks him to a seating position.
Thank you. We're on time, guys.
Perfect. You guys see seats available?
I don't.
I look for seats.
Are we able to find some seats?
Yeah, you guys can roll a perception check.
Mm,
13.
9.
5.
6.
Oh no!
There's no seats left in the actual like the ring. But it's not too far from where you guys are standing. You're standing right between the vendors tables and the stone seating. It's a little bit of a grassy area, and there's a couple other people that are like standing. You can still see the stage pretty good. I consider, when you're at Zenite Retreat and you're at the top of where the stairs start coming down, that's about as far away you are.
Okay.
I
Yes,
just
please.
lean in close to Dreed. Like, how close do you need to be to do the thing?
As long as I am within
20.
Sorry?
120.
Yeah. As long as I'm within 120 feet, I can do what I need to do.
Okay, so we should be good.
Are there any guards around?
Plenty, yes. Kind of all around the perimeter of the amphitheater, as well as a lot kind of leading toward the back of the stage is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure my hood's up, obviously, and kind of like, I'm pretty small compared to Kiba, so I'll probably like, just like, kind of tuck myself in behind them, kind of surround myself with the group a little bit, tuck my hair back, just keep an eye out.
If anyone sees any of the event organizers, would you point them out? It's nothing urgent, but while we're here, it would make sense to make my inquiries. But like I said, no rush.
Yeah, we could do that after the speech. Hey.
That you hear a fanfare of drums begin as some of the bards, they know what they're doing. They start, and the curtains kind of open slightly, and you see that older priest, as well as the younger priest, enter the stage. And behind them is small little Pythia, the little oracle girl, looking pretty tired, pretty out of it. She scans the crowds, but give me a perception check for those who can see.
Really? Really? 3.
17.
Nice.
Ableism.
21.
Woo! Kiba and Chorus, you can tell that while she's scanning at the crowd, her eyes are pretty, like, not there. Like, she's not able to quite focus on something, almost looking past people. She takes center stage, and the clapping begins for her. And the head priest, the little older one, he whispers something into her ear, and she looks at him and gives a little bit of a nod. And she addresses the crowd. And she says, "Welcome, fine folk. We are honored today with the presence of many philosophers from around the world, and I am pleased to be able to see their new inventions and how they will help the good people of Greece. I foresee that some things here will come quite in handy one day. You're about to see history be made." And then she bows her head, and there's clapping once again.
Kiba leans over to Karis and Iados, and Regan seems like they're all near the group. Does something seem a little off in her eyes? I can't help but feel like maybe this has something to do with the things that we found.
Yeah, she looks fucked up.
Like, hi?
Like, yeah, she's got like the
She looks a little bit disoriented.
glassy. Would
She does?
Or
Chorus,
glassy, sorry.
Yeah.
Glassy.
roll me an insight check.
oh. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
I have great insight. I have plus.
Oh, that's a 20.
20.
Not natural, but 20.
Cool.
Chorus, it's very similar to how Kiba was looking when Driana was saying the secrets.
She's stoned.
Alright.
That's why I was like, Kiba, you didn't see yourself.
Wait, they
You
are
were
stoning the
you were with
Pythia?
yourself.
No, she's like how Kiba was
She's...
after his rough day.
well, I mean... Hopefully it's by choice, and they're not drugging her.
Well,
Yeah.
should we just like do the matches thing anyway?
Probably.
Because she didn't say the code word, right? But she's like messed
Is
up.
she continuing to speak, or was that like a pause in her words?
Nope, that was it.
Yeah, we should do it anyway.
Yeah, do it anyway.
Are we sure we won't alarm the poor girl?
Probably.
What if she
We have
hadn't?
to.
Oh.
You gotta try, right?
But if she's in an altered state, such as I was, is this
Altered states.
Nice.
will she feel as though it's something in her head and not something like from an ally?
Yeah,
Well,
good
she's
point.
supposed to trust the things in her head, right? Because she's the Pythie guy.
You're right. Okay.
No, you bring up a good point, Kiva. It's risky. There is some risk to it. But I think we have to.
Everything involved her is a risk, I believe. No matter what we do, we're risking her life as well as ours. But I think if we're gonna go ahead with what Lady Damaris asked,
Well, even
we have to take the chance, right?
yeah, even aside from Damaris, you know, if she's in trouble, she's just a young girl. She can't save herself. So I would say do it, but we need to be keeping an eye out. Maybe Dree kind of get into the center with me and do your spell that way. So maybe can we keep an eye out and just make sure there are no guards around?
And we should keep an eye on the priests. See
Yeah,
if they've got
absolutely,
any weird stuff that alerts them to.
Yeah, and her too, to make sure she doesn't freak out.
So we'll keep our eyes on that group.
Yeah.
All my perception rolls. Yeah, sure.
What is she doing? Is she leaving the area? Is she being
Oh
escorted
yeah,
out?
she has left the stage, and taking the stage now, you see a what is that? A older man, slightly graying hair, so it's like kind of a gray brown. He has a beard on him, and you see him with an interesting contraption on his back, almost like a metal backpack. And you also see him carrying in his arms a couple other things, what looks to be a mechanical bird, and you see someone bring like a bucket, like almost like a metal bucket that seems to be. Roll me a perception check.
Oh God. 16.
16.
Good for me.
5.
And
Regan.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Regan. It's a different person that's bringing this bucket. He kind of trips on the stairs a little bit, and it bends the bucket a little bit, and it looks like burning coals. And there's something also inside, tiny object about that big. I can't really tell what it is, but he starts setting up a little bit of a table, and the crowd starts murmuring. The lady that's standing next to you with her kids, that she's now got them to settle down, she says, "Oh, it's Archidas." And people start whispering, Archidas. What's in his invention? What's his invention? And yeah. Are you guys gonna stick around and see?
We should. So is she? We should probably.
I think we need to send the message. If we're going
Yes.
to do it, that was
We
our
should-
only chance.
I agree. We should do what we can to like follow.
Yeah, we can try and follow at a distance as she's leaving.
Shall I try now?
Yeah, just be stealthy about it, given that it's magic.
And I will clasp my little sunburst necklace and Madam Pythia, I know this might seem strange, but we were sent by your mother to inquire as to your well-being. Are you willing to speak with me?
Can I see her? Does she freak out? Visibly?
No, you've lost sight of her. She went behind the stage, behind the curtain. You hear a small voice return. Apollo comes to me with a feminine voice.
Oh, no, I do not wish to deceive you. I am not Apollo. I am, as I said before, an emissary, sent by your mother. Tell me, are you okay? Do you feel in danger in any way?
Of course not.
No? Oh. And your health? How is that?
Tasks of the Pythia can be demanding. However, Apollo keeps me and I keep the faith. I am fine.
I see. So there is nothing you wish for assistance with. I know your mother has gifted you with things that you keep hidden. Anything like that we could also be of assistance with.
Thank you, but I am fine. Apollo be with you.
Dre, ask her if she misses her mom.
Do you miss your mother?
Of course, I pray for her every day.
Ask her if she...
Sorry, does she want to see her mom?
Would you wish to see your mother? I understand she has been prevented from seeing you recently.
I assure you it's only temporary until the Python games are over.
And yeah, this whole time, like in between messaging, I'd be like relaying what she said and what I've been saying because it's all.
Can we keep an eye out?
Sure.
Just look if there's any like. Can I move closer to where the curtain is?
I mean, you can move closer to the stage, but the curtain is like back on the stage.
Well, after they went, like, is the curtain? Yeah.
Think of the theater. That curtain is off limits.
Yeah. No. And
You see the priests and the Pythia kind of come around from the back, and they're circling towards the vendor's table. And you see that kind of a platform behind the vendor's table has been kind of made, and you see them kind of walking towards it. Roll me an intelligence check.
Fuck. 12.
Well, that's enough. That was the DC. It looks like probably something where someone with importance would sit to watch the events. So you could probably guess that because of that direction that they're heading towards it, that the Pythia and the Priest of Apollo are probably attending this event.
Okay.
Tree, is there any way that we can inquire the Oracle as to why she feels like Apollo needs to keep the separation
good question.
Between her and her mother? Or not like, she seems to be wording everything in the phrase of like Apollo, you know? So maybe like phrase it in a way where
it was Apollo as a woman.
No, just the very beginning, but she's like, I'm praying to Apollo every day for my mom. So maybe if we say like,
I got
out of character. I'm not sure. Okay.
But like, what if you like? I'd like to know why she needs to be separated from her mother during the games. That seems oddly specific.
Most honored Pythia, has Apollo communicated to you why this separation with your mother is necessary for these games?
The separation is for me to be able to focus on the duties that I have to Apollo.
And why is it that the games carry so much more responsibility and require more focus than your typical daily tasks?
More people, and the games are sacred to Apollo. It is a holy event.
Ask her what tasks she's supposed to be doing
Or Apollo, like that. He asked her to
during the
carry
game.
on for her.
Yeah, during the games.
And yes, these tasks that are so special to these most sacred of games. Could you illuminate what those tasks are?
Are you a follower of Apollo?
Oh yes, yes, absolutely. I have felt touched by his presence myself.
And you have faith?
Yes, of course.
When a holy person has faith, they perform ceremonies and duties. As the Pythia, I have ceremonies and duties on the regular. Because this is a sacred game, I have appearances to make and more people to see.
Well, yes, I understand that would be most time consuming, and praise to you for taking on this this great responsibility that Apollo has placed on you. My sincere gratitude as one follower of Apollo to another.
I can definitely see that you have been sent by my mother. I assure you that I am okay. I am doing what is expected of me as a Pythia for a cause that I do believe in. Thank you
Ask
for your
her if the
concern.
priests play the lyre around her at all or anything. Does she like to listen to the music of a lyre while she's bathing?
I'm not sure I can really ask that. Can I? Is that?
I don't think that's
Like music
good
when
question.
you're bathing?
I think
Can
that's
you
very private.
her?
Do you
Oh,
hear music when it's just you and the guards?
I am.
I don't know.
I find sometimes that one of the times that I feel most connected to the ability to commune with Apollo is while bathing, while someone plays music, one of Apollo's greatest gifts. Do you find that also?
You're on mute, babe.
Deception check.
Oh, that's one of my better ones. That's a d6, so that's not going to help me very much. That is not good. That is a 10.
She's no longer answering you.
Can you
Wait.
ask her
She said the word,
what word?
Wait, when?
didn't she? Didn't she?
No.
No.
Okay.
Can you ask her, and it might be a long shot if she's no longer answering, but can you ask her, can you say, I understand that you feel that this is your duty and it's very responsible of you as a young woman, but is it something that you actually want to do?
Yes, I can. But since she has neglected to answer, would that be perhaps forcing a greater divide than my very sloppy deception of moments past might have already caused.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't really want to put her against us, right?
I think that's enough for today.
With that, you hear the man on stage. He's been talking for a while you guys have been talking through this. And he says, the perfect height. And he points at Driana. Driana, you can't see this. And now I will demonstrate. What is it called?
Oh God, I don't think I like this.
The Peristera. And you see him with a large glove reach into that that bucket of coals, and he pulls out a small canister, and he give me a perception check, everyone but Driana. Because Driana, you have no fucking idea he's even talking to you.
That's
no.
I got a natural 1.
12.
Perception check.
Alright, so what you're seeing...
Oh, I got a 15.
Okay, so if it's 15 and higher, you can see this. He's holding a small mechanical bird. This bird is shaped like a bird, but it's made of an intricate wooden system. And that small cylinder that he pulls out, you can see that he fixes it to the belly of the wooden bird, and with a 20, Regan, you're the only one that sees this part. You see him almost unscrew like a little item out of that cylinder once it's affixed, not under, but behind it, once it's affixed to the bird. And immediately you hear a squealing as this mechanical bird shoots out of his hand and heads right for Driana. Catch it!
Like, what's that?
He says, catch it!
I'll...
Since I'm near, can I use like athletics or acrobatics and catch the bird? Since I'm like right next to Driana, and I'm, I think, taller than her, or like her same height.
Yeah, same height.
Oh, 6'2", 6'2"?
Yeah, you are the same height. You're standing next to her. Do you have deflect missiles? Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you can use your reaction to try to catch it.
Okay, I will do that. Let me just full screen my thing so I can pull up deflect missiles. 1 second. What is that? That's an action?
The reaction.
It just... Okay, wait. So action... Okay, wait. Reaction. Deflect missiles. Okay, so... Rolling. Yes! 22.
So, yeah, you managed to catch this bird like 2 inches from smoking Driana in the face. Driana, you just barely see it come into view, and then it was like beak to nose. This is Kiba catches it, and the crowd applauds.
Kiba just turns to the stadium. I think this is yours. Do you want me to return it?
Why, yes. Come on up. In fact, I needed a volunteer for my next invention. You'd be the perfect specimen.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I walk with the bird in my hand, like super nonchalantly, just kind of letting everything happen. And I hand him back the bird after I jump up onto the stage.
He takes it from you, and then he starts to shrug off this metal backpack-looking thing, and he says, "Perfect. Now I'm going to fix this to you." And he throws it over your shoulders and starts strapping you in.
Okay, well, I'm not going to lie. This is a little bit scary, but, you know, if it scares you, then that usually means it's a good thing to try.
It's a ton of fun, and you look like you were in the diving competition yesterday, correct?
Yes, sir.
That is why I think you'd be the perfect volunteer. You show no fear from jumping off of things. See that ladder right there? And he gives you a tap on the button, pushes you towards that ladder. Start climbing up to that platform, and when I tell you to jump, you pull this lever. And he shows you the leather that's kind of attached to this backpack.
Okay. I climb up the ladder.
Yeah. And as you're climbing up this ladder, he starts telling the audience a story of Icarus.
Oh no. Oh, that was Taylor. Sorry. Oh no.
And when he finishes telling the tale of Icarus, he says that, well, Icarus was stupid and flew too close to the sun using an item that would melt. He has uncovered an invention that would allow people to glide safely to the ground.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
He calls it the Icarus Glider. And that he has used it many times himself. And that while it only allows to glide, he hopes that one day he will further this invention to allow people to fly great distances. And he waits. You're at the top at this point of this little platform above the stage.
Okay, so I just pull this lever right here.
Pull it right there and jump.
Okay. I leap off, and as soon as I notice that I'm falling after the leap, I pull the lever.
Perfect. Immediately, out of this backpack sprouts some mechanical wings that have kind of like a little bit of a fabric attached to them. And you feel the wind kind of pick those wings up as you go down, and it starts to slowing your fall. And instead of falling straight down, you stand to actually make a large... You're about 45 feet up in the air at this point when you were at the platform. It's starting to make a good angle towards the ground, and you're actually getting some distance off of it. And you start to glide over the heads of the crowd and even your friends, and you land just behind the vendor's table. And people are cheering and laughing, and a group of people just start rushing you to see you're okay. As soon as you land, you instinctively just let go of the lever, and the wings fold back into each other. And so it's just a backpack.
Pretty cool.
Holy shit.
That was a good trade.
Yeah.
Do you think he's okay?
What's
We'll
happening?
go check.
Oh,
You
He
missed
even
it.
just flew.
I feel completely fine, guys. That was very easy, and it felt like I was flying.
He just fucking flew right over us.
This philosopher, which you guys can guess is named Architus just from the whispers earlier, leaves the stage and comes up to you and gives you a tap on the shoulder and then starts unbuckling you. And how was that?
That was an incredible amount of fun.
Wasn't it? It's my favorite of my inventions.
How did you come up with something like this?
Well, that's what I do. I come up with things, and it is great. If you're interested in this unit, you should come see me later.
Are you a vendor here?
Yes, I will be selling some of my inventions later this afternoon.
Will you be selling
Everyone's
one
welcome.
of these?
How much are they?
Awesome.
Oh, this unit, it is one of a kind. Well, two of a kind. The other one is back home. That one's my work in progress. This one's my prototype. It's only one of them available, and it's 400 gold.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry. That was a lie. 200 gold.
Oh,
Alright.
Sold.
okay.
Cool. Yeah, we might
Yes.
see you later.
Take my money. I will see you later. Thank you again for letting me try this out.
But you're paying the firm right now?
Can I?
Can we?
He looks, he's like, oh, wow. I didn't expect this to go this quickly. Someone had a lot of fun. Yes, absolutely. If you would like to
Really?
take it now, absolutely.
Yes. Here, let me...
Everyone else, I have other inventions that you can come see at my table.
Okay, I'm removing 200 gold.
All right. I will be adding the Icarus glider to your inventory.
Shut
shit.
up. Really?
That is
Shut up.
cool.
That's so
Are you
fucking cool.
Okay, I'm removing my 200. Okay. Awesome.
Literally the only thing Kiba would spend money on. That's just
Right?
stupid. Yeah.
Now you're a monk with a glider.
That's so fucking
Okay.
cool.
So I'll
Oh,
just
man.
read you the stats to this since we're talking about it.
Oh, I don't. How do I put it in? I will put it in later.
I will
but
put
let
it
me
in.
write
Don't worry.
down.
It will magically appear in your inventory sometime tonight.
I will
Didn't know they had Amazon in ancient Greece.
Right.
So
All right.
this glider, it will show it in your inventory. It holds only one person, so you can't take anyone for rides, unfortunately. That would just be too heavy. And it can glide 45 feet per round at a descent of 5 feet per round until it reaches the ground.
That's cool.
That is super
That's
cool.
awesome. Kinda want to see what else he has in store.
Oh, what
later.
else does this guy have?
So you got a glider.
That's fucking cool.
I just kind of just wear the backpack. Yeah. What's up, guys? I have a really big smile plastered on my face, but I do turn over to Dree and I say, "What should we be doing now about the Oracle?"
I'm sorry. I'm so confused. Have you always been able to fly? What? And then there was something like right here, and then it was gone, and then people were like cheering, and I just what?
I think what we really need to do is get you some of those glasses so you don't have this problem in the future.
Yeah, I think we should.
I call them glasses.
What are
Glasses
glasses?
things. Glass things.
Spectacles.
That thing.
Spectacles? What are those?
Who are you?
What is life?
What am I?
Anyway, I did have a thought regarding the Oracle. It would probably be difficult to pull off, or at least take some planning. But I believe that perhaps if I could get a little bit of her blood, I could at least see if there were intoxicants within it. I don't think I'd be able to tell specifically what, but it would give us a yes or no.
I can detect poisons.
Even better and much easier than my plan. I like it.
I don't have to touch her either.
Bag of tricks. All right.
You can detect poisons just by looking at someone. You don't even have to examine the blood.
I just gotta hold my symbol and be like, "Oh, Aphrodite, show me."
Nice.
Shouldn't you be more specific with that show me thing?
What do you mean?
We don't want to naked Aphrodite over here.
Well, especially if I can't see it. I mean, what?
No, she gets me. She. My intent is what matters.
Okay. If you say so.
I do say so.
What's happening?
You guys think we rushed?
I don't.
I have to be within 30 feet of her though, so it would have to be like stealthy, which I'm not good at that.
Is she still here?
Yep,
She's still in the
they're
public.
watching other inventors now. Archidas has left his stage now, and other ones showing some other items that they've.
Is there-
nothing of interest though?
Are we within 30 feet?
Of her?
Her? Yeah. Okay. Why don't you guys do the circle around me this time?
Yep. We'll do that. Shield cars from outside eyes.
And I'm super short, so it would be
Perfect.
hard to see me. And I will cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Alright.
I like how Keep and I basically just become a wall.
Yeah.
So, what you get off of her. Let me just read the. First, tell me how you're casting this spell. It's a vocal, somatic, and a material. So I want to see how you're flavoring it.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna grab my symbol on my necklace, and it'll kind of like faintly glow beneath my hand.
Okay.
And like my eyes will kind of glaze over a little.
And then you obviously, and you say something as well.
Yeah, just like Aphrodite, show me what's hidden.
Sure. So you don't sense the presence of any toxin around her. However, you do sense perhaps a infliction on her. Something ingested that seems to be giving her bit of an upset stomach, some dizziness. You also sense that her lungs are sick with something that also is messing with her head. And flashing before your eyes, you see a little bit of a vision that kind of helps identify it further. You see a laurel leaf being pounded together with water in a mortar and a pestle as smoke from a fiery vent, looking very similar to the one in the bathroom, kind of fumes up behind this laurel leaf.
Okay, I will relay all of that to the group.
Well, it's not a surprise that they're drugging her.
We knew.
It's also not a surprise, if they are, that she is not in a place that she even realizes she needs help. So I suppose it was reasonable for her not to say she did.
And
I did have a thought. When you did the detect M word on the lyre, did you get a sense of, like, once the lie has been told and believed, it then is essentially believed forevermore unless something happens to intercede, and that whatever she may have been told under its influences is still affecting her perception?
Yeah, I would assume it's like any good liar, right? Like, if I were to tell you that I'm not in fact from Halstead, I'm from Chin, and I was a good liar, you would believe me until you were given a reason not to do so. So I would assume that, yes, if she's been given no reason not to trust what they're telling her or what she's seeing, then she'll believe it forever.
I'd also just like to throw out there that I can cure disease and poison and stuff.
You can
I
remove.
just have to touch her.
Oh, you just have to touch her. Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping the messaging would go better. That maybe she'd have some control over who she sees, and maybe we could at
I
least.
think we rushed that anyway.
I don't think we did. I don't think we had a choice. Like I don't know.
Well,
Karis,
in any case,
I might have a plan. Is it like instantaneous, like touch? Does it require prolonged contact?
Nah, like I could like poker, whatever. I just
might
gotta
have
like
a really bad idea then.
just if like a few seconds probably.
If
If
we
I
could
did
get-
my lay on hands, then it would be pretty quick.
if we could get close enough, and you guys did so well pretending that you were actors in my bard troupe. If perhaps you and Aetos affected a brawl of sorts that perhaps spilled into her immediate area, we would have minor consequences to deal with, but as long as no actual harm came to her.
well, it wouldn't be an action taken directly to her, just a reaction from the crowd, something they could be well used to.
And like we can definitely do that, but to what end? We cure the poison now, and what happens, right? If we cure the poison, we kind of need to speak with her.
Which I can still do.
Right, but you don't think that if a ruckus or something is breaks out, they're not going to remove her immediately? And so if Karis gets a chance to get a spell off and remove the poison, she may be gone before we can message, and they'll just get back to the temple and poison her again, drug her.
What if we like snuck back in
We could.
and do it like in the dead of night?
Oh,
And talk-
intrigue.
Do you want to
Like,
touch her
break
in the
into
dead
the
of
temple,
night?
kidnap the Pythia? I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, we could go that far, sure. I was thinking about it earlier, actually. The best way to like help her is like remove her from the situation entirely, but that's
So you want to kidnap?
No,
The-
I said I thought about
Pythia?
it.
There was an older woman standing next to you that heard kidnap the Pythia, and she looks at you guys in horror.
I
And
will.
then it's like starts backing away slowly.
I quickly. Do I notice that? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I quickly just look at her. And go. We're writing a play.
Oh, damn. I think this is not the right place.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay. Okay. 19.
19. You see her stop and consider it for a moment, and then she says, you're bards. That makes much more sense now.
Just to back that
And you
up,
see that she relaxes.
I'm gonna sort of just whip out a scroll and be like, great delivery on the line, but I need you to sound a bit more nefarious when suggesting your evil plan. I really need the audience to just get drawn in and believe that you mean harm to the girl. Otherwise, the scene will fall flat.
Well, how
Don't
about
mean
this?
harm.
How about this? We should kidnap
We're trying
the
to save her,
Pythia.
though.
Regan, help, please.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just, and I kind of like turn to the women actors, what are you gonna do? We're trying to figure it out. Sorry to have disturbed you. We'll move over here, and I'll try and like move us to an area where there's a little more privacy. What are you gonna do? Actors, be crazy.
Wow.
I'm very confused. What is this about kidnapping? I thought our whole reason for coming here was to help save her.
Yeah, I don't know if what we want.
I think we
Why?
should discuss this in a different place outside the crowd.
That's
I
a
think.
good idea. Yeah. Maybe we continue on to Lady Diverse's locale.
You want to go get the order done for 3
On
first?
the way.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We can.
I think it might be a splendid idea to get a toy for each of us.
I'd like a toy.
Yes.
So you want to go to Arcades? It was Arcades, right?
Well, Arcades does the inventions, but we were gonna go see the glass blower.
Yeah, Archidas has a booth of his inventions that's going to be set up later today, and then yeah, you can go to the Agora anytime you want to see what's there.
Yeah, there's no impending rush. It sounds like Archidas is only here today. And I was thinking perhaps it might be beneficial to speak to the Lady Damaris before formulating any further plans. Perhaps there is more information she could give us regarding the typical goings-on within the temple that would help inform us further before we make any decisions.
Well, I think the whole point was that she didn't have any more information, and we wanted to have information to give her. But, I mean, we don't.
What are we going to say?
I don't know.
We could just tell her what we know as of right now, that she's being drugged and they had a liar that could convince people of anything.
And
Yeah,
that
but
the
if
liar
we
Yes.
was destroyed.
That's
Right.
plenty more information than she had when we had first spoken with her.
No, and I get that, and I'm not trying to be difficult, but I mean, we're about to walk into a mother, and tell them that her daughter is being drugged and controlled and given hallucinations, and being told that what she's doing is for the greater good and the betterment of her people, and we have no plan on how to save her.
I don't think that's a good idea.
That's a good point.
But maybe we can get help formulating a plan, because wouldn't you want to know the truth above all else?
Absolutely. My concern is that she'll go off half-cocked, because it's a mother
think-
who...
Perhaps
Hector,
we
what?
paint a different picture for her, in that we have a plan that is not yet set in stone, and we just wanted to ensure that there was no further information that she could give us to ensure that the plan is carried off as safely and efficiently as possible. And we do still need to see her to put poor little Spider Gallagher in place.
We
Well, I'm
do.
not sure about her, but if you told me that, I will probably be curious about what's your plan in order to know what can I know
Exactly.
that can help you.
Exactly.
So it can backfire, to be honest. I
That's
think
what
I'm
I'm saying.
with Regan on this, and I think, I mean, the lady has been waiting for a while, and the Pythia has been in this situation for a while. I don't think one day, or half a day, or some more hours will be any difference. So I
Maybe-
think we can just wait a bit, regroup, discuss this in a more private scenario, and think about the next step a bit more carefully. We don't know who's listening around, and we don't know who's what kind of trouble we could get into. That's
So,
my opinion.
is there anyone around right now? Like, is there anyone, like, are we like 30 feet away from anyone?
Yes, you're probably within like 10, 15 feet.
From people?
Yeah, you're kind of tucked away in a corner, but there's still people everywhere. Like, this is a packed amphitheater.
Okay, well, I don't want to leave just yet, because here's the thing. Gallagher is a spider to watch the Archon. That's what we decided, because we thought it was important to find out who was giving him the opium.
And I
What
still
if-
think
What if maybe Gallagher should be watching the Pythia? Which is more important?
well, to be
If we-
honest, I think it is related. I think
No,
whoever
no.
is poisoning the Archon is definitely also poisoning his daughter. So I think, And this was something I was going to suggest earlier, that maybe we should send Gallagher with the Pythia instead of with the Archon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, basically, it's like you have two people being drugged. One is an adult and the other is a child.
Plus, the adult
Oh.
is almost all the time sleeping in his house. She is at the mercy of the priests in a strange location that is not her house. So I think, yeah, I think I'm with you, Regan, on that one, and I think we shall send Gallagher with her. And if we do, it may give us a clue on what else or how best to approach her after knowing her habits, and I don't know.
I'm gonna take a vote about who we should send Gallagher with, the Pythia or...
And I think we should start using code names, because people.
Indeed.
Okay, then I suggest we should call the Crustacea.
What?
I mean, who would associate such a name with the?
Do we want to send Gallagher with the child or the adult?
I'd say the child.
Cars?
Sure. Yeah. All right.
Kiva, what do you think?
I'm just worried about Gallagher's sake. You think that he'll be okay if we put him on right? Okay, then let's go with the child.
Yeah.
Crustacea.
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 Quick. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, we got to get close enough, I guess. Does she wear like robes or something? Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Yep.
Just kind of similar white robes with the gold trimming, the gold symbol of the collar.
Can we get close enough that I can like let Gallagher get there easily, where he wouldn't be impeded?
Yeah, absolutely. He'd be able to climb up the platform, not a problem.
Yeah, like even if I can just like walk by the platform and just kind of like let him climb on as we're walking by. The passive.
There's
passive-
guards kind of surrounding them, so the closest you could get is like 8 feet.
That's fine.
But you see that she is wearing on top of the robe, she does have like a gold cape on that you're pretty confident that little Spider Gallagher could probably do.
Okay, we'll send him to go do that.
Not a problem. And you watch him
Good luck, Gallagher.
crawl off.
Okay.
Also, I just had a thought. Since I can like get rid of like diseases and poisons, etc., I could
Right.
attempt the same with the Archon.
Oh my god.
Right?
Let's go to Damaris' house.
but like we don't want anyone to like know that we're onto them, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We would have to like if my biggest concern with going to Damaris was being like, yeah, we got some information about your daughter. She's actually in danger and we don't know what to do about it yet. Maybe we could just like talk around that situation and be like, we think we know what's going on. We have this plan to get your husband awake. But once we do, he needs to play along.
This play is gonna be the end of me.
Right? It's so good.
Yes,
It's an
of course.
excellent plot.
Yep.
Right? Plot.
Everyone's gonna love it.
Speaking of, is one of the event organizers around?
Yep, there's plenty of them.
Can someone take me to one of them, please?
Sure.
Uh,
Or
Oh.
him. That's fine.
Oh,
So we both take.
all right. Well, now I got a man on each arm. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Both the same short.
They're like,
Fun fact, totally out of game, but for my friend's wedding, there was an uneven number of groomsmen and bridesmaids, so I got to walk down the aisle with a dude on each arm, and I was totally trying to not pimp walk my way. I don't know how successful I was.
Kiba sees that everyone's going with Dree, so he wants to accompany her as well. I'll take point, guys. Don't worry. I'll just take
It's
the
like-
point.
Regan's
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck?
I got an entourage.
Whatever.
Hey, you should
Come back to my books.
All right. So Driana and the boys, the new band name, leave Regan standing kind of off by themselves, and the organizer like 12 feet away.
Head. It's fine. Don't worry.
What hurts?
Kiba's new backpack kind of hits you on the way out.
Oh no.
Oh man. Is it really big? Oh no.
It's like 15 pounds. It's kind of bulky.
Oh. Okay. I have an idea for that. Okay, cool.
But you got wings.
Pretty dope.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you guys escort Regan to an event organizer.
Driana, Regan's chop liver.
Sorry, Driana. Can't tell you girls apart.
Yeah, that's normal.
Excuse me, good sir. May I make an inquiry of you?
Of course.
I have arrived in town only a short while ago, and I fear I might be too late. Is the bard competition still yet to happen?
Well, of course. There's different kinds of bards, depending on what performance type you're into.
For this, I plan my performance to be a storytelling, not a stage production.
Storytelling. We do have the solo storytellers. We have some from the Athens Academy of Performing Bards that are going to be telling their stories tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, and what time would that be?
In the evening.
In the evening. That is most excellent. And where would one register to compete?
I can take your name right now. And he pulls out a quill and his parchment. And what stage name?
Stacy.
From?
Chaldicea.
Don't think I've heard of a Stacy from there. Huh.
It's one of my first times. I've only entered regional competitions thus far.
An amateur.
Yes.
Well, good luck to you. See you tomorrow night, Stacy.
Thank you, kind sir. No.
Stacy? Who's Stacy?
I actually have no idea.
But you just said, okay. You're a good liar.
Oh, right. Okay, I got you.
Anyway.
You got me what?
What?
You got me. You got me something? Well, you shouldn't have, Cars. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting you something, we should probably go to the either to Arcadie's vendor table or the glass blower.
His vendor table is supposed to come out later, yeah?
Yeah, later.
Okay.
Why don't we do the glass weirdness, whatever now. And then we can go check out the cool gadgety shit.
With you, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head off to
Stop the
the.
episode.
You guys head off to the market. And that is a good place to take our break, which means
stop.
it is giveaway time. So again, we've been dropping the link in the chats for you to sign up with your name and your email address, so we can get in contact with you after the stream, so we know we can send this amazing Xena-themed dice set. So it's a full set of 7 tabletop dice, Xena-themed, exclusive to us, which is freaking phenomenal. There's still a few seconds to sign up if you haven't. Go ahead and get that done.
They're so pretty.
They are so pretty.
I wish I could sign up for that shit.
All right. So we will be back
They're the
in
best.
approximately 15 minutes or so, but we'll be announcing when we're on the break. Stay tuned. Goodbye. Now it's just us. Who's having fun and who is ready for a dice giveaway? Why is Bailey giggling down there? I can hear Bailey giggling. Anyway, so we have a beautiful set of dice that is made kind of, well, it's handmade to look like Xena inspired. So, like, we got some, there we go. It's kind of like a brownie black swirls, kind of making it look like leather. Then we got little gold flakes kind of peppered in around there to kind of represent her armor, as well as, like, the gold numbering. And you can see on the 21st, we got, like, that really cool Xena X. It might be a little backwards. Yeah. Then, on top of that, we have a little miniature portable dice tray roller, because every Dungeons & Dragons player knows that when you're rolling dice, you get a little too excited, and then they fall off the table, and then you have to run, and it's like, okay, well, do I keep that natural 20 that's on the floor? Do I have to re-roll it on the table where everyone can see it? So, this little thing, you can just, like, roll your dice. That was an 18! Oh, pretty good. Actually, it was a 2 and a time just that 18, but it's an 18. It works. So that will be coming in the mail too for our winner. Are we so excited? I've also made, to this day, if you guys have been following the Facebook group, we've also made a Gabrielle dice, which is gorgeous. It's a couple different greens and a little bit of brown mixed in, kind of reminiscent of her bilious green sports bra with the little brown skirt and her little staff. And it has some like light blonde lettering, which is a ton of fun. We also have an Airy set, which is a mix of solid black and like a translucent black with some like silver flakes in it and some silver numbering, which is really cool. Then we have a really pretty sparkly Aphrodite dice, which I love, and no, you cannot put it in your mouth, despite really, really, really wanting to. And then we also have this gorgeous Autolycus dice. Like, gorgeous. Can you guys hear me okay? Just making this working, testing. Yeah, just weird numbers. Anyway, the Autolycus dice is greens and blacks, kind of like a black and emerald, some gold flakes and gold numbering. And I also pulled out of the pot that hasn't been shown yet a special dice that is kind of tribute to the Valkyrie trilogy, the Ring trilogy in Xena. So you're going to get a couple fun things there. It is kind of like a translucent blue and like a cloud white mixed up to kind of show, like, you know, the Valkyrie's favorite terrain is the sky and the clouds flying around. And also some gold flakes mixed in because everyone loves the long gold. And the numbering, goody gold as well. And then I also pulled out of the pot this morning. I don't know if anyone saw. If you're all friends with me on Facebook, you would have saw this disaster. It was one inspired by Livia. So I decided to mix some of the creamy white and red colors of Rome with some brown and some like rose gold flakes to represent her armor, Livia's armor, and it just turned into a jumbled mess. It looked like melted Neapolitan ice cream. So I'm probably going to keep that dice set to myself and try hers again. Definitely have a different idea for that one, which is fine. I also have all the nations for Xenite Retreat going to be made soon. This one is going to be like the different colors of the nations, but the D20 is going to be super special. It's going to be almost like a snow globe dice, so when you roll it, it's going to have colors swirling on the inside. It's going to be like liquid centered, so you'll get to watch the magic of the Xenites swirling in this D20. It's going to be freaking epic. And we'll have all the different nations, and then we're also going to have a very colorful rainbow one. One nation to rule them all. So you're going to see like a rainbow dice, and we love rainbows here. Everyone loves rainbows, and we're so excited. Anyway, so tonight is the Xena set, and it's going to be coming with a little mini traveling tray. And on December 1st, we're going to drop the first 7 designs for purchase. So check out our Facebook page for where to find that link to be able to purchase it. Hopefully, you guys have figured out where to go for that. If not, it will be up on our page when we get back from the break. And then in the next 2-ish weeks, we're probably going to have all of the nation colors for Xenite Retreat's special dice sets, which is going to be great. And then you can watch me like drop some like random different designs coming up. There's been a couple requests for customization, so if you wanted to order something that was custom to your character that you play at home, maybe you have an ice wizard named Elsa, and you want a special dice that is reminiscent of that character, but with the Xena X on it, with the little font on it, that's cool. Maybe you want your own font. Maybe you want your own little logo. That's something that we can talk about too. It's going to be great. It's going to be good. Anyway, who is ready for a giveaway? I am. Let me pull up my list of entries. And I'm going to randomly assign numbers to the people that signed up. And we're going to roll the dice. Let the dice decide, because dice decides our fate in Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, I'm getting laggy. That's terrible. Alright, ready? Here we go. Oh. Put it in a little tray. And the winner, aw, this is great. They're going to be so happy. The winner is Captain Blackhill. Captain Blackhill. Congratulations. I know who you are. That's going to be fun. You're going to have fun with that. Yay! Congrats. So you will be getting your mini dice tray with a set of Xena dice coming to you soon. I will be sending you an email, or actually probably a Facebook message, because we are Facebook friends. and I'll give you your address and we'll get that sent out. I'm so happy for you. All right. Now I'm going to go take a break with everyone else, go pee, get something to eat, and we'll be back here in about 7 to 10 minutes. All right? See you guys soon. Actually, do you want to do some cosplay or fan art? I'll let you guys decide. Do you want to watch some fan art or some cosplayers? Or we can go back and listen to some metal Disney songs. It's up to you. Fan art. We gotta vote for fan art. Love our fan artists. Fan art. Second vote for fan art. Alright, fan art it is. See you guys soon. Welcome back to Adventures of the Known World. Congratulations to our winner. We will get that out to you as soon as possible. And where were we? Shopping trip. You guys are going to the markets. You make your way down to the Agora. You hear the busy crowd. You hear some music playing. You hear ting-tanging on some anvils. You hear the popping and sizzling of market food. You also smell that market food. You hear giggling, laughter, lots of fun stuff going on in this very busy marketplace in Delphi.
All right. We should head over to that amazing inventor guy that got me my backpack.
Oh, that's Architis. He's his vendor's table is going to be set up later at the amphitheater.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
You knew that, though.
Yeah, we can go later, maybe after we see
Do
the
whatever.
Archon, but
Yeah, we're gonna go see the glass person now, right?
yes,
Nice.
let's go.
See if we can fix that eye problem.
Yeah, so you see the glass blower is there, and he's currently blowing a green orb of some sort, and you see there's a few people kind of standing around him, watching this skill in awe. And he pulls it out of his mouth, and you see him place it on an anvil, and he's starting to shape it a little bit, and it starts to take the shape of like a bottle.
Oh, is that how those are made?
oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Did they have glass?
Regan's supposed to be smart.
Right.
That's a
I think that I
day.
aspire to be one day. That's why. I
Wow,
said
this
I
looks
was
incredible. I think Gianna would really benefit from something. Maybe if we put a little bit of dye in the liquid, because it almost looks liquid that he's spinning right now.
Yeah, I think
Regan.
they can probably dye it.
Yeah.
I kind of have this like idea in my head of what they could look like that might work.
Can you sketch it?
Yeah. I kind of already did, but it's like really rough.
You
I was
did?
kind
Regan,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. I didn't know
I did
you were
this, like-
doing that.
I did this like a long time ago, actually. My best description would be something kind of like out of character, like for reference would be like those like steampunk kind of glasses
Yes.
/ goggles.
I was thinking about that.
Yes,
Actually.
that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yes!
That's the same thing I was thinking.
Pretty much, yeah, like steampunk
Like
goggles. So that
the leather strap and then the
I don't know
The
if you
big
want
with like.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to have like the strap around or whatever, but like you can make them into glasses, but basically have them sealed around so that no sunlight can get in. That's kind of what I was thinking.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Is there anyone from like around? The glass blower was really near the amphitheater, correct?
He's in the Agora, so the markets that are just kind of outside of Quintus's tavern.
Oh, awesome. Okay, never mind.
Can we interrupt the glass blower? Talk to him?
Absolutely.
Hello.
Hello!
I was wondering if you might have time for like an odd kind of commission piece, something different.
Odd commissions are my specialty. What are you looking for?
Oh, fantastic. Dree, what's up?
I was just gonna say, while this conversation's going on, I'd be kind of like hunched over, like hood pulled way over, and doing disguise self ritual to erase the pale skin, yellow eyes type thing going on.
Yeah, before we walked up to him. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my friend here, and I'll point to Dree, has some light sensitivities. And I was hoping maybe we could come up with something to cover her eyes a little bit, like shield them from the sun. Like
So you would be
something with
looking
glass.
through glasses permanently.
I mean, yeah, so that she could remove them, obviously, but
But then they would stay fixated, huh?
yeah, and that
Yeah.
no sun could get in from like any direction. Like you'd have to probably use like glass for the lenses for her to look through, and then like maybe like leather around it so that it fits to her face.
Well, hate to break it to you, but sunlight's still gonna go through.
Well, like goggles so that it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like you affix it to.
Right. But see, the glass is generally translucent. So
Right. Yeah. No, I was hoping that we could like color the glass to make it darker.
Well, I could do that, but it would just dim the sun. It wouldn't block it completely.
No. Yeah, not block it completely. Just like make it a lot darker. She can see when it's like dim light.
What kind of colors you like?
Dree, do you have a preference on color?
Well, I miss the color green. It was such a lovely shade in the sunlight.
Do you want to make?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
could do some green.
dark, like a dark green?
Yeah. Absolutely. I've been doing some wine bottles in a kind of a darker green color. That's not a problem.
Perfect. How much would that cost, and how long would it take you?
Starts to think a little bit.
I'll
Let me calculate this.
non-character question.
Yo,
Is it possible my character could know about volcanic glass?
maybe. Roll me a history check.
18. 18.
Volcanic glass. Yeah, you would know, and you probably, sometimes in like the sandy-ish areas, or when there's like a fine rock that's been grinded up in volcanic regions, and sometimes it does melt into like a thicker glass. It's usually black in color. An item like this would run you about 15 gold.
All right, that's totally reasonable. How long do you think it'll take you to make?
Probably the rest of the day. You pick it up tomorrow.
That sounds great.
Great. And what was your name?
Oh, I'm Regan. They're for my friend Driana here.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Regan and Driana. My name is Juicy Jaegerus.
You see who?
Juicy Jaegerus.
Juicy Jaegerus. That's a fine name, sir.
She's gonna kill you.
No?
Okay.
Didn't make it a girl, because I was like, I wouldn't do it justice. It'd just be like this sweet and innocent, wide glass blower that's like, yeah, I can absolutely do that for you. Purple sus.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. Well done.
Juicy Jaegerus.
I love it. All right.
Sorry, Faith. Don't tell on me.
I'm 100% telling on you.
All right.
So,
Getting yelled at in the chat.
as the rest of the group is walking away, I'm going to speak to Juicy Agarus and slide him an extra. An extra 5 gold pieces
Okay.
and say, do your best. Absolute. Make it perfect.
Of
Take your
course.
time. Yeah.
All right, not a problem. Make
Thank you.
a cute little design in it.
Aww.
You're little. You're an Aphrodite follower, huh?
I tend to be.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cute. All right, I got you. Not a problem.
Thank you. And I go.
Juicy is my favorite NPC.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm.
He's
Oh,
going
wow.
on my NPC list right now.
All right, Juicy Jaegerus.
My list. Okay. Shall we go to Viraconsos?
To where? I'm sorry.
To Damaris and the Arconsos?
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea.
That was it for the shopping trip?
Well,
Oh.
I'm waiting for the
No,
the
I want.
amphitheater one to be open.
Fancy gadgets.
And Leo, I just checked a parchment because I recall writing down every time when I asked the person in charge of what Python games. Rare form.
What?
Rare form, guys. Rare form. Anyways, we have that epic swimming thing to do later today as well. You and I, remember the competition that you joined me in?
Oh, you have a...
Oh yeah. Is that this afternoon?
It says so on my parchment paper when I wrote down the list of events and whatnot.
Well,
hmm.
we'll have to make sure we're back in time for that. Is it the swim
It's the long.
thing?
It's the long
Nice.
swim.
Cool.
That's gonna take a
Hopefully
while.
there's no sharks this time, hey?
I would really, really hope not.
Right.
But I'd rather it happen to me than anyone else of the competitors.
Well,
Amanda's face is very worrisome right now.
So many sharks.
Because they're going to be fighting a kraken, just the two of you.
I'd rather it us than anyone else.
That's true. Yeah. Totally. Well, just a game plan. So we're not going to give Damaris details of what we know exactly. Just that we know that.
I thought we agreed we wouldn't until we have at least a little bit more information, or at least a plan.
Well, she's going to ask something, so I'm just trying to get our ducks in a row before we walk in there.
I just don't understand why we wouldn't explain to her the full truth. I know you think that she'll worry and jump to conclusions, but she's the mother, and I think she should know.
Okay. Hang on. Go ahead, Karis.
I was just gonna say, if she was like a mother bear and someone was running and taking her cub away, what would she do?
But they've already taken the cub away, and she's worried.
Yeah, but
Look, well, okay, hang on. This has been going on for a while. It's not gonna get fixed in a day. We don't have a plan. I think if we keep rushing into things, we might get into a situation where I honestly don't want to be.
No, and I don't either, but our only lead at this point is the Archon, and Kara's can get rid of the poison. I think that maybe we should walk in and say,
And say
Damaris,
what?
and
We have
say,
nothing.
yeah, and say, well, let me talk, and say we have, this is what we know. We got in. We think that the priests are keeping the Pythia very close.
The child.
And we have some information. And we think that the priests are keeping the Pythia very close, but we don't know exactly what is happening. What we do know, or what we think, is that they're also targeting the Archon, and that's why he's been asleep. And we have Kara's here who can wake him up.
Maybe.
If
not spell related.
And if
I think that that's a great yes. I just really would prefer to refrain from lying to her because she's already undergoing so much.
Totally.
In this situation. All right then, I am so behind this. So we can abstain from telling her the whole story, but please let's not lie.
No, and I think that if
abstinence from Kiva.
Here's the thing. I think too that I'm the one who pushed not to tell her and not to rush into things. So I'm not going to I'm not saying that we should. I think that we have no information, and the only way we have to get information right now is from the Archon. And if we wake him up and he gives us some, then maybe we'll have more. We'll have a better idea of what's going on. And
yes, and I do hope that Karas can wake him up. Okay.
Okay. He's been asleep for a while. Can we?
Well, he wakes up.
This is risky. What I'm trying to say is, this is not like it happened once, and we are supposing, or we are considering the fact that they could be doing it on a regular basis.
Well, they are doing it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, and we wake him up, isn't that going to be suspicious? And aren't we going to endanger Lady Damaris?
Go ahead.
I mean, I just wanna, before we rush into things, I just wanna be clear. What are we going to do on the Archon's house? And why are we going to go with half or partial information? Go ahead, Karis.
Yeah, I had the idea that we wake him up, we talk to him, but keep up the idea that he's still asleep.
Agreed. That's what I said earlier. That is 100% the only plan and option that we have. Yes. He has to continue. He has to fake it. And whoever comes, because obviously someone is coming and administering it, and we talked about the possibility that it's Iatros because he is the only one seeing him, or perhaps even Lady Damaris herself, which is another reason to keep information to ourselves. Right? We don't know until we try. And I don't think we should necessarily rush into things either. But we have no information to consider. We can go and sit in the inn and talk to Lord Blue in the face, but there's nothing to talk about because we need information.
Who's the stealthiest?
And Dre.
And
all right.
Yeah.
And Kiba.
And I have good stealth as well.
Okay. One of you, if he's got a wardrobe or something in his room, hide in it for the night. See if anyone comes and does weird shit.
Yeah,
basically
that was
the role that Gallagher was gonna do, but Gallagher.
Yeah.
And Dree, it might be better for you because you've got the message thingy
and the night vision.
Yeah, you'll actually be able to see shit.
We have to get.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Yes, I can keep watch for sure.
Well, we'd have to get the lay of the land first, right? Make sure that there's somewhere that you could do so safely. But
yeah, when I go to the room to heal it, and we'd be around the house, probably outside, just so that you wouldn't be alone.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be there, just not in the room, because I know myself, I'm loud.
Same.
I just exist loudly.
I mean, it will be fun. I'm actually quite used to being alone. Sitting in dark spaces is kind of my thing. But no, I can do that, and yeah, we just would need to think up a ruse as to why I entered with you, but did
Well,
not
we all
then-
want
You
to.
could come with me when I heal him, right? And then just stay.
I think we
How
should
are you
all go.
going to get in?
Yes,
Yeah.
but my point being, if 5 of us enter or 3 of us enter,
Oh, I see. Math.
Well, that's where the stealth comes in, right?
so
But stealth.
I
so
need
you want to
not be
stealthily-
seen entering with you, so that it is not noticed that I do not exit with you.
You take an opportunity if you see it. If we don't have one, you don't do it. Right? Like, if we all go in and Lady Damaris is distracted by the fact that we've cured her husband, she's probably not going to be focused on who leaves.
Not her though. We're not worried
Question:
as much.
Is there possibly a window close by? I mean, we can scope the
That's why I
type.
said, yeah, get the
But
lay of
if
the land.
there's a window, maybe we can trade places. I can maybe come in through the window and leave instead of Duriana. No, wait, I'm too short. Fuck, that's not gonna work.
I have a possible not talking library, possible idea. Tree, you
Yes.
can make yourself look like people, yeah?
Absolutely.
They have a big house. I'm assuming they have attendants. What
I
if
would-
you looked like one of them?
I could absolutely, as long as the appearance isn't too different. I can't make myself significantly shorter than I am, or anything.
You
So,
need to be
as
a
long as it
tall
was-
person.
Well, you can
yeah.
go a foot up
He
and
is a
down.
tall person.
Yeah, so I can be. Well, actually, if it's a foot, I could go, yeah, about 5'1". So that's, I believe.
That should cover most
What-
folk.
Yeah, we're 5'5", so
Yeah, I can.
you could even cover for one of us.
No, I can do that. Perhaps it would be best if the four of you enter, distract attention far enough away so that no one is eyeing the entrance, so to speak. And if I can get a glimpse of one of the household personnel, then yes, I can disguise and slip in that way.
Yeah, I think, like I said, let's just go in, give as little details as possible, talk to the Archon, or talk to Damaris, get to the Archon, get him up, get some questions. We check out the situation, what the surroundings are like. If it's possible to leave someone behind, we do it. If it's not, we don't. It's a fluid plan. We all know what could happen. We can create distractions if something becomes available. There's no point in hard-lining a plan when we don't know what we're walking into.
True.
Which is why we were going to send Gallagher in first, to get some intel and information inside, so we're not going blind.
Okay,
into
so
it.
I think we made a really good choice with sending him with the Oracle, just in case.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
questioning that choice.
Yeah, so I'm so for heading over there, as long as
Yeah.
we don't lie to her. That was the only thing I just
Yeah.
had a thing with.
We don't need
Yeah.
Gallagher to get a layout of the building.
Her
We don't
thing.
need. So
Yeah, we'll just talk. You know,
So let me get this straight.
around what we know
We're gonna get in
a
there.
little bit.
We're gonna request to see the Archon, who's gonna be sleeping, most likely, in his room,
mhm,
private chambers.
mhm.
And we're gonna be allowed, as a group, to go into his chambers and see him sleeping.
Well, we just have to convince her. We say that you hired us to protect your daughter. We think that your husband is also at risk, and we think that we can help him. And if we can, we have some questions.
I could maybe attempt the convincing.
Yeah. Just be as straightforward and as possible. We have nothing to necessarily hide. We're not doing anything wrong.
No, just say that we've got an idea of that something's up, and that she herself said the Archon had gone to talk to someone before he was put to sleep, so I can possibly wake him up, so we would like to get that information. And also, of course, to restore him to health.
I should add, whether requesting a what's the word? A beverage, or you guys will need to find some way to bring one of the household staff
Sure, I could do that.
to where I can see. Oh, it's an outdoor courtyard.
Let's just go. Let's just go and see what happens and figure it out.
The
plan is fluid. Plans are always fluid. Never set a hard plan because it's never going to work.
And you know what? I'm always hungry and thirsty. I'm sure we'll get someone. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Go.
You admit?
You guys, march your way. Solid plan, but not a solid plan, but maybe a plan, but maybe not a plan. You had one task. It was to gather evidence and report back to Lady Damaris, but now there's conspiracy theories and so much intricate things. But the one thing you do know is that you can maybe not, but maybe cure the Archon. So you march your little group to the front.
I feel like the DM is putting way too much sass and judgment here.
It's my fault, guys. It's totally my fault. Kiva was like, hey, actually about this before we do it. I started the whole can of worms. He apologizes and Taylor apologizes. And yeah, Leo.
No, we should be cautious.
Oh, yeah.
Let's it up first.
No, Aedos was like on it though, because he's like, wait a second, there are flaws. Let me figure this out. So no. I just wanted to apologize to Leo if I had some faces.
No,
I just
actually,
we were doing awesome.
Was messing with you guys a little bit there, being like strategy.
The only thing I wanted from the beginning was what Regan said last, which was just, we're gonna go in, say this, do this. Good.
Yes.
All right.
Works for me.
All right, Kiva and his epic backpack march on.
As they go in, I'm gonna wait as far inside as I can, but out of sight, so that it appears that I'm not there. Like hide behind the last wall, the last doorway, whatever it's gonna be.
For what? What do you mean? Like when we get to the house?
Yeah, so if we are able to just walk in, I'll walk in. But before we get to the courtyard, because
you're not able just to walk in. There's a closed door, and you've been to that door before.
Knock, knock.
You guys knock it, and it's the same older lady that answered it previously. And she says, "Oh, you've returned."
Yes. We were hoping to see my lady.
Is she expecting you?
Yes.
Interesting. All right, I will lead you to the gardens. Follow me.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And she opens the door for you to follow, and she leads you back to the gardens. One moment. I will fetch the lady for you.
Thank you.
She leaves you.
Oh, what if it's her?
What if it's her?
Fuck. She's seen all of us now.
As every time that the Lady Damaris has come, does she usually enter from the same general area?
Yes. This courtyard opens to the sky, and then there's a big old building on either side of it. And there's 4 doors, like in a square in this room. And she usually enters from the west wall.
Is there any like foliage to hide in?
Oh, this is a full-out jungle garden atrium type thing.
Okay, then once the maid whatever has left,
Doesn't look like a maid.
sorry, I didn't mean maid, but the person.
She's dressed very nicely.
Oh my god, it is her.
Whoever it may be, I am going to tuck myself,
Fucking Calidora.
cloak over into the foliage. So as far as Lady Damaris is concerned, only 4 people.
Sure. Roll me a stealth check. Too high.
It's you again. Karis actually reminded me of Calidora.
Which time? Now.
24.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So a few moments later, Dree's gone, but you guys don't even notice. And the Lady Damaris, clad in her peacock colors, once again, enters the garden with a look of anticipation on her face. And she looks behind her and kind of all around. And then she gathers you all in a tight group. And says, "What news do you have? What have you found?"
We're still searching.
We found evidence that there could be something going on, but we are still not clear on what.
Well, tell me what you have.
We think that your husband is being put to sleep on purpose.
It's exactly as I expected. And you believe it's the priests?
Yeah.
It's a possibility, a very likely possibility. It is also a very likely possibility that they could be messing with your daughter's head.
Before we continue, though, I was just wondering if I could inquire who was that lady that brought us in here?
Okay.
Your daughter's being fucked with, but as an aside,
Yeah,
who the fuck
by
was
the
that?
way.
No, I'm glad he asked.
Yeah, you are glad, but I bet she's like, what
it's
the
just like, she's like, what?
No. I think that this is strategic because she has to answer now in order to like continue learning more that we have. But
Dree's
Kiva
hiding
doesn't
is a little
think
bit
that
creepy.
way. Kiva's
Of
just
course.
curious about who that lady was.
Yeah, totally. And
Yeah,
that's so Kiva.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is that?
Alright. Let me just make sure I have the right person in here. Go to my NPC list.
She's on the list.
She's on the list. Okay. This one it is. Oh! That is the Lady Methano.
And what is her
You-
relationship with you?
Her husband was the Archon previous to mine. My husband.
And she still lives here?
She does, yes.
Her husband as well?
No, her husband passed away. When I first took on the position of the Archon's wife, I was quite new to Delphi, and I found that my role, I was not easing into it very well. So she stayed on and she helps with the day-to-day duties with our family. We're quite close with her.
Is she to
Oh,
be?
see.
Never mind.
No, go ahead and ask.
Kara's. Never mind.
Okay.
Muting. I am muting now.
Kara's here has some healing abilities and thinks he might be able to help your husband. But we need to, see him, and Karis needs to be able to interact with him in whatever way he needs, and we would need to speak with him after if he does wake up.
Well, of course.
Also, if by chance I am able to do something to keep it hidden, just if something bad is happening, we don't want the people who are doing it to know that the situation has changed. Else they might try something different and more bad.
Well, you've been keeping his condition a secret, and it's been well kept. Only a few of us in the house know about it. Only a few of us have access to his room currently. We've been keeping up a good charade of it. I don't foresee us keeping this a secret as well if he should remain pretending to be asleep. Is that what I'm getting at?
Yes, and I would ask that, for we do not know the powers of the people who are doing this, that we should keep it only between us and not let the rest of the household know. We do not know where there are eyes and ears.
Someone is doing it, and if only a few people know, one of those few people are the culprit, so we need to keep it from them.
There's only 5 of us that know of his condition. Apart from your party, of course.
They're all members of your household and Iatros?
There's one of you missing.
Oh,
what? Oh shit!
She must have just stepped off.
Can she be trusted?
Yes, absolutely.
With my life.
Okay, then yes. Apart from myself and Iatros, there's 3 other individuals in the house that are aware of his condition. I closed off access to him so we would not alarm anybody and prevent rumors from spreading.
So I would kindly ask if we do not even let those 3 others know. Or Iatros, we do not know. It seemed that the priests may have ways of twisting one's mind, so we don't know who to trust.
Of course.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
See if she is surprised by any of this information. Not that it's going to go well. Regan's not particularly.
Well, Aida's got a nat 20. Just
Regan
saying.
doesn't know shit. I rolled the 3.
Aidos, you get the sense from the urgency in her voice that it's not as much as she's surprised or not surprised, it's more she's eager to get to the bottom of this and solve the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Karis, do you want to try your healing herb?
Nice.
Yes, I have a special mix.
Mixture. Yep.
So, in order to keep appearances, what I was thinking, my lady, was that maybe we could pretend to see the Archon has the body of the Flamebringer in,
Respect?
Pythian Games business. I don't know.
That works.
Pay our respects as the party of the Flamebringer.
Yeah.
There you go.
to the Archon.
Of
Even though
course.
he is sleeping, he is still a figure to be respected.
But nobody knows he's sleeping. That's the whole point, because they've
But
been
even the
keeping
people that
secret, so-
that do.
I
Yes,
don't
but for the
suspect-
people that do know.
Bringing you to him would arouse suspicion to the overall household. As for the other 3 that are in my employment, I don't suspect they'll be asking very many questions about the Flamebringer visiting the Archon. I'm
Right.
in charge after all, so I don't see that there's a problem. Especially.
Perfect.
Then lead the way. And I will do my best.
Follow me. She starts leading you to the west door, into a grand foyer, and you see Mathano. She's standing there waiting, and she gives a look of like, what's going on? And the Lady Damaris gives her a nice nod, but then continues up the stairwell to the right side and leads the 4 of you up.
Kiba does a really polite bow as they pass the widow.
Okay.
That's who we passed, right?
Yeah.
And she'll give you
I'm super friendly.
she'll give you a smile and a nod, but then she watches the 4 of you go up the stairs. Meanwhile, what is Driana doing? You've been left in the garden.
Question. Did I get a good enough look of the widow to be able to disguise?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, yes, we were standing right in front of her.
Your disguised self, yes. If you were
Yes.
doing like a disguise kit, it would require a roll.
Oh no, it would be disguise self. So I would be doing that sort of in the bushes, but I wouldn't actually like I'd be communicating with message. Like getting them to give me directions where they were going. Is it safe
Okay.
to travel and make entry to the room? If I got the go ahead, I would go. If I didn't, I would not.
Okay. Before we leave, knowing that she's waiting, as we enter the room, I'll be the last one in. And can I look back as Mathano watching us? Is she still standing in the hall?
She's still standing in the hallway, yes, but she's actually kind of has her gaze towards the gardens.
She's noticed that John isn't with us anymore.
I'm gonna wait for you to send another message at any. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd
Like
probably
I assume you'll be
give it-
checking regularly, right? Because you want to know when we can send you.
Yeah,
So
I'd
you-
give it a couple minutes for you to get the lay of the land, because there's no point in you being like, "Hey, we're walking down a hallway."
But you'd have to send messages regularly so that we can let you know when to come. So whenever those messages come through,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Pretty sure you've been made. Pretty sure she's noticed that you're no longer there.
Okay.
You might have to come up with a guise as to why you didn't follow us down the hall. Maybe you got distracted in the gardens.
Okay.
Do your best, and I'll enter the room.
I will then drop the disguise and do my sort of flighty, just playing in the peacock fountain thing, talking to it, seemingly entirely off my own world. But every couple minutes, just check in.
Mhm.
Like, what's the status?
Roll me a perception check.
Who?
Dree? Dree
me?
roll?
Yeah, Dre.
Uh, 21.
21.
Nice.
You do see a few times Mathano has poked her head into the gardens to see what you're up to. And you can see that she has like a sour look on her face a little bit, like you're almost like a nuisance. But you definitely get the sense that she is keeping an eye on you.
Okay. As I perceive that, I'll almost like ham it up, like totally in my own world. Like, why, Madam Peacock, you were looking dapper today. The fountain suits you well. Is this perhaps something new? Do you have a new gentleman suitor? And like just like having a whole very not like overly loud but very obvious conversation and just looking entirely entranced by this.
All right. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say at like a certain point, after it's been a few minutes, if she contacts me again, I would just say you could probably like make your way toward us and just play it off as you got distracted.
Okay, will do.
Do you want to do that now or are you going to do that later?
I do it like gradually, like, you know, playing in the fountain, then I get distracted by something like a little closer to. So now I'm talking to, you know, like one of the bushes and, oh, why, what fine, healthy, shapely leaves you're growing today, Sir Plant. Had any good? You must have had good nutrients lately. I can practically see the effervescence of your life spirit. This must be. And then I'll move over. Maybe there's a suit of armor. Maybe there's a picture. You know, like a landscape. And oh, what shapely hills with the dips and the valleys. It's quite captivating how supple your landscape is. And I'll just move my way, like apparently just totally playing it off like I'm just.
Yeah, sure. And you finally like get to the door and Mathano stops you and she says, do you wish to stay in the gardens or join your party?
Oh, my party? Oh. I hadn't even noticed. Oh, do tell. Where are they?
Follow me, be brisk, do not touch anything. And she starts leading up to the direction that went up. Leads you up a staircase. Meanwhile, Lady Damaris has led you up, and you go through a few different hallways. There's a bunch of bigger rooms, smaller rooms, sitting rooms. It's quite elegant, quite large. You don't see a whole lot of staff, so a lot of these rooms are being kind of unused. But she leads you to a large master bedroom, and inside you see a man lying in the bed. This man has kind of sandy graying hair and a graying beard as well. The linens are red, but he's dressed in some like sleeping robes that are kind of black blue with gold trimmings on them. And you see on a nightstand there is a tray of empty dishes, probably from a meal. as well as a goblet of some sort.
Right. Well,
And the Lady Damaris, she shuts the door behind her.
Is it all right if I approach?
Of course. If you think that you can help him.
I will do my best.
I'm going to listen at the door.
Sure. Mathano she's still leading you up there, so you're not quite there yet.
Oh, I will do that when I get there and the door is then shut behind us.
Sure. You could do I'll get to that in a minute.
Damaris, is Mathano one of the people that know?
Yes, she is one of them.
And does she have access?
Yes, of course.
And the other two people who know also have access?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just, like, as Karis is doing whatever it is he needs to do, can I, like, get the information about those people?
Of course. So Mathano, as you know, she is essentially my right-hand lady. Being the previous lady of the house, she helps me quite a bit with the runnings. I don't think I would be able to do any of this without her. Yestri.
Sorry, I forgot to add. Seeing that the plan is not really going as we thought it would be, I would let someone in the room know that we're approaching.
Okay. I trust her the most. She's helped me for years. Almost 20 years.
Right.
Have you told her everything that you've told us?
Of course.
Everything, including your suspicions about what's happening with your daughter?
Nice.
No, I'm afraid.
No, don't be afraid. I was told that sometimes to refrain is good, but not to lie.
She's a follower of Apollo. I am afraid that if I were to tell her that I suspect her holy leaders were doing something terrible, I'm not sure how it would be taken.
No, keep us right. It was the right call.
The other two, Arethusa, she's the handmaiden to my husband. And then Procris, she is our head cook. She's... I have to warn you, before the Archon got sick, she was going to be removed from her position. She's often late and sometimes skips her duties and does not show up for work. I suspect there might be a drinking problem. She often comes to work very tired and smelling of wine.
Right. Why did you keep her?
Well, to be honest, I didn't want to. There was a recent event where we had diplomats at the home, and just because of the distraction that she's been showing lately, there was an ingredient added to the soup that caused the entire dinner party to become ill. The reason why we hadn't let her go was because when the Archon became sick, I needed to know that things would be running as normal. Despite her distraction, she does create food that I can trust. She hasn't tried to poison us.
All right.
Well,
Plus, if she ever spoke on to if anything was happening to the Archon, no one would believe her.
That makes more sense.
that's a good
actually.
point.
Yeah. Two things. Could we question each of these people? And your husband, you said he wakes up periodically, right?
He does, yes. Brief moments.
Not enough time to have a conversation.
He tries, but when he speaks, it doesn't make much sense.
All right.
At this time, Driana, you would make it to the door. You hear tapping.
I'll like refrain Kara's like with emotion to like not do anything yet.
The Lady Damaris opens the door, and Methano's standing there with Driana behind her. You missed one.
Oh, Dree.
Oh,
Hey!
I'm
Hey,
sorry, I got distracted.
It's all right.
and then-
It's pretty in the garden. Come on in. We're just paying our respects to the Archon.
Oh,
This one
of
seems a little
course.
touched in the head. You might want to keep an eye on her.
She's
will.
fine. Thank you.
thank you, Lady Methanis.
Mm-hmm. She gives each of you kind of like a once over, and then she turns her attention to the Lady Damaris and gives her a nod, and then backs out of the room and shuts the door.
Can I make a perception check and see if she's like leaving or if she's hanging around?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. That is 16.
16. You do hear the footsteps of her sandals against the marble walking back down the hallway.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Well, if everyone's
Yeah.
good, I will
Do your thing.
approach the Archon.
Go ahead.
And first, I'll cast Detect Poison and Disease again.
Sure, absolutely. You do detect a toxin that seems to be systematic. Your attention is drawn to kind of his stomach area, and then kind of in his brain. And you get a flash in your mind of that familiar four-leafed or four-petaled
Yeah.
flower.
Okay. I will take out from my bag my jar of honey, and I will take a little bit out and put it in his lips, and as I'm doing that, I will brush my hand against his face and cast Lay on Hands and bamf 5 HP into him.
Nice.
As you do this, you see a little bit of color kind of go back into his face, as if his heart rate may have sped up, which made the blood flow a little bit more to his head. And then you see his eyes open at first. There doesn't seem to be much behind those eyes. Kind of similar to what you saw with Kiba, what you saw with Pythia, kind of just like really foggy, not really there. But then those eyes kind of clear up, and he does focus on your face for a moment, and then he clears his throat. Excuse me. What are you doing in my bedchambers?
I
Sorry.
Our
apologize,
apologies.
sir. I have the Lady Damaris here.
Hello.
She rushes to his bedside, and she says, Lycus, I'm so happy to see that you're awake. Are you okay? course I'm okay. Who are these people? Dear husband, they have helped you. You've been sleeping for days. I believe that there might have been a curse on you. Aetros tried to wake you. This is the Flamebringer, and she motions to Aetos. The Flamebringer and his companions, they've healed you. But you need to hush and listen to them and answer their questions. And you need to pretend that you're still under this sleeping curse, so that we might not raise suspicion with whoever is causing this. Do you understand? I feel great. Never better. Ask your questions and then leave us.
Can I just do a quick insight check on Damaris? Does she seem actually relieved?
Sure.
30-20?
30-20. You can tell that there was a big sense of relief when she saw them, and she recognized him. You do get the sense that she does care for him quite deeply. But as he's starting to speak, you see her tense up a little bit, almost as if she's a little bit afraid of him.
Copy. Alright. Sorry. Go ahead with questions. I don't...
Sorry, I have like a player question. Do we know that he was like looking into weirdness before he got sleeped?
Yes, you know from what Lady Damaris told you, she had pressured him into going to the temple to confront the priests. When he returned, he said everything was fine, and then he went to sleep that night and woke up, or didn't really wake up since.
Okay. Lord Archon, do you recall what you were looking for before you slept?
Well, of course. I was looking forward to the Pythian Games. But if you're asking for specifics, I met with the priests at the temple regarding the oracle. That business is my own.
Alright, I will attempt to persuade him, and we are looking into incidents surrounding your daughter, sir. Your wife has entrusted us with the task of finding out if anything is amiss with what is happening with your daughter, and if you have any information, it would be appreciated and needed.
I assure you, I believe the temple has nothing but respect for the task of the Pythia. We had a conversation, and it was agreed that our apothecary would be able to attend her, and that the Lady Damaris would be able to continue on with the visits.
I've just another question for you, good sir. By any chance, was there a lyre playing when you had this conversation?
Good question.
Yes, it is a temple of Apollo. His
course.
symbol is a lyre. They often have a lyre playing in the temple.
Yes, I'm but a simple farm boy, so, I'm not the brightest around.
Indeed.
He's quite smart.
A lyre? The musical instrument lyre? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use message. Kiba, for productivity's sake, I It's just me, Driana.
You see the Lady Damaris. She's now looking to see what Kiba's trying to look at. The Archon doesn't seem to notice, though.
Kiba, for the purposes of information gathering, there is a difference between withholding the truth and telling a lie. We are just trying to find out what people know without giving them a narrative to build off of, thus giving them their best opportunity to speak their own truth.
Oh, I get it. I say that out loud. Triumphantly. Yeah, I get it.
Awesome.
Get what, dear?
Oh, there was a joke earlier. He's slow
Oh.
to take. Unless, does anyone else have any other questions for our good Lord, the Archon?
I did have one. Is it? I am not used to the customs of Delphi, but I know the Oracle is your daughter. But when we've talked to the lady, she has made reference to her with familiar. What's the word I'm looking for? Made reference to her familial relation, and you refer to her as the Oracle. Is that a sign of respect? Is it?
Of course, it is a sign of respect. The Oracle in the Pythia is chosen by the gods.
Insight
We meant.
check.
Go ahead.
Women,
Oh,
no
that might
offense.
actually be pretty good. 17.
17. He looks almost offended by the question. In fact, his overall stance is he seems very kind of aggressive, kind of angry that you're there asking questions. You also, with that passive perception that you have, and does that also roll on him, you kind of see that the Lady Damaris is starting to get a little nervous. And she's kind of giving you like eye contact, and she makes a nod, like, maybe can I speak to you outside?
Do I catch
Well,
Roll me a perception check.
I'll use
Alright.
message to
21.
all of them.
Yeah, you see it.
Distract him,
Happily.
and I'll.
Kiba goes over and asks, so how is the Python chosen? That must have been an amazing process, and finding out that it was your daughter. How cool.
Why,
An
yes,
honor.
we're quite proud. When Apollo chooses a Pythia, she is gifted with the visions of prophecy, and my daughter had a prophecy, and then thus was chosen.
While this is
Yes.
happening, does
Go
Driana...
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm taller than the Lady Damaris, so just,
Yes.
yeah. Using my stealth and keeping my body sort of behind her as I usher her out the door so we can have a conversation.
Yeah, sure. She goes out and she checks down the hallway to make sure that there's no one listening, and she shuts the door, and she says, I think I made a mistake. Is there any way you can undo what was done?
Do you mean put your husband back to sleep?
I think we might have moved too quickly on this, as much as I wanted him awake. I don't think we're going to be able to convince him to stay asleep, and thus might blow the cover.
What do you mean? Could you please speak plainly? We want to help you, and we want to help your daughter. But you do need to speak plainly.
Sorry. It was under my impression that when we wake him up, we would tell him to continue to be asleep so that we would not give off the suspicion that we were onto whoever was putting him to sleep.
Well, yes, of course.
I don't believe he's going to play along with us.
And that is your only concern. Nothing else in his behavior has alarmed you outside of his apparent unwillingness or perceived unwillingness to follow along with the plan?
Correct.
Insight check.
Sure.
15.
She seems suspicious of you.
Okay. Okay. So, as all, we are here to assist you. What would you like to see happen here? We had plans, but we assumed once he woke up, for us that he would be in line with your goals, but given that you wish him to be asleep again, I'm thinking that might not be the case.
I believe that I might have been just very eager with my want of everything to go back to normal, that I may have forgotten about his stubbornness and need to control situations, and I believe that he will not play along.
So your goals and his are not completely aligned, is...
Not always.
Oh dear. Well, I will admit we did not foresee this particular confirmation or
Complication.
thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Well, let us return to the room, and we will figure out as a group what is best to do. But before we do, can I confirm what the actual goals are here? And that is the safety of your daughter first and foremost.
The goal currently is to find out who has been poisoning my husband. Any information we can get from him would be very important. I believe that my daughter has been harmed by the priests, but we can come to that afterwards because nothing has changed in that regard. I think our focus right now needs to be uncovering the mystery of who is in my household poisoning the Archon.
I see. Well, let us return. And I think, unfortunately, we are just going to have to play it from here because we did not foresee this complication, but my friends are very, very capable people, and you can put your trust in them.
Very well.
You.
Can you please pass on the message to them?
Yes, I will pass on a message to them.
Perfect. She walks back into the room.
Can I have, during this time, what was his name again?
Lycus.
That's it. Archon Lycus, my name is Regan. It's nice to meet you, and I hope that, we can continue to work together and work for your wife and help you in any way we can. I have some questions, if you don't mind. We are concerned. You understand that someone was putting you to sleep, correct?
Correct. And when I get to the bottom of this, it will surely be stopped and the person will be punished.
Right. So we'd like to help you with that. Do you remember anything from any time when perhaps you were in between druggings? Do you remember anyone interacting with you that maybe shouldn't have been, or weird behavior from people that interact with you regularly?
Or who you interacted with when you first returned home and then fell asleep for the first and last time.
Any information would help.
I don't remember anything except for falling asleep the night after I spoke with the priests. That night I saw many of our employees, saw my wife.
Do you remember the name of the priest you talked to?
I spoke with both Theron and Krobus.
Could you describe them so that we might know them on sight?
Well, Theron is the head priest. He wears the head priest's robes. Theron is the second hand. He will be the future head priest. He is always found with Theron.
Go ahead.
Just in curiosity, did you ingest anything whilst you were speaking to the priests?
Any drink? Any snack?
No.
So you ate when you returned home?
But did you hear music when you were with them? Before
I
you
did
came
hear
home?
music, yes.
What kind of music?
Music from a lyre. There's always a lyre playing in the Temple of Apollo.
And who plays that lyre?
Nice.
One of the priests. Usually a Yonderling.
Do you happen to recall which one was playing it for you when you were right before you went to sleep?
I do not recall.
Is it normally the same person?
It alternates.
Does it alternate between more than, say, 5?
I believe they're all proficient with the lyre. It is the symbol of Apollo.
When you were at the did you stay in the temple, or did you go below to some of the more private areas?
It was in the temple.
Okay. When you returned home, you ate. Was that the only thing you did that evening?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be quite difficult for you, I'm sure. You are a powerful man, and you have lots of responsibilities in the city, and you need to be back to them as soon as possible, I'm sure. But someone is trying to harm you and potentially your family, and I'm sure you want to protect them. We may need to keep up the guise that you are still asleep for a small period of time until we can find out what is happening, because if the word gets out to the people that are trying to harm you that you are no longer asleep, they may try something more dangerous, and there may be harm to your daughter, and I mean, she is the great Pythia after all. You wouldn't want that or your wife. I know that this is a huge ask, but leaders have to do the tough things sometimes.
And I would like to input quickly that to heal you, I had to use very exotic materials, so they wanted you asleep and asleep for a very long time.
And I wanted to add that we did find evidence that the priest may be involved in in your condition while being asleep.
We don't know anything for sure. We do know that you need to, under all pretenses, appear to still be asleep.
Roll me a persuasion check.
With advantage? Because we're helping?
Sure.
With advantage, that wasn't terrible. 21.
Yes.
The second roll was better. Thank
Good.
God.
You see that his face looks very angered, and he's looking at you like, how dare you come into my room and tell me that I have to pretend to be asleep so you can investigate? He doesn't know you from anything, so this is just very, this is a big ask. But then he looks over to Damaris, who looks very much like she's pleading with him, just by her looks. And he thinks about what you guys said and the points that you made, and he sighs. Very well. 48 hours.
Awesome. Thank you. And we'll do everything we can to keep you and your family safe.
That's more than we could have asked for.
Be gone from my sight.
Right away, sir.
Have a good day.
Kars's military training comes into right here. Yes, sir.
And you see him shake his shoulders out, and lay his hands on his chest, and put his head back on the pillow. And you see a look of just relief fall upon the Lady Damaris as she leads you out of the room.
Damaris?
Right before she does, in my sneaky way that I do, I'm gonna lean over and whisper into his ear. Just remember, your daughter's life might depend on this. Do your job well, and so shall we. And I'll follow the group out of the room.
Okay.
As soon as she closes the door, Damaris closes the door, and we're standing in the hallway. If there's no one around, that was quite a close call.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust that timeline he gave you. I'm sure. Sorry, go ahead.
How do you feel about having your own personal bard around for the next little while?
What good would a bard do for me?
Well, Driana has some additional skills to being a talented bard. Maybe she could keep an eye on what's happening with your husband. If anyone tries to get in that shouldn't be, or keep an eye on it.
A guard?
Yes.
I thought you said a bard. Pardon me.
No, I did. But if your staff happened to see her, it might be easier to explain someone away who is there to entertain you rather than guard your husband. Or maybe a guard works too, whatever you prefer. I just think she could be a little stealthier keep it on the down low.
Sure, of course. That would be a good idea.
How would you feel about her hiding in his room?
If she thinks she can hide without him seeing it,
rest assured, most people do not notice that I'm there a lot of the time. It is a skill I've taken a lot of pride in, especially recently.
I trust you. Okay. We'll start there. We'll have the bard be a guard, and you have assumingly 48 hours to uncover the mystery. Yes, Cars?
Yeah, Lady Damaris, is there perchance, would we be able to speak to the cook? And the rest of your staff who know?
Yeah, the handmaiden,
And
Mathano.
Yeah, her.
Of course. Did you want me to sequester them into private rooms, or did you just want to happenstance upon them and make conversation?
That's a good question.
I would like them in the same area. I've got ways of persuading people to speak.
I love it.
Sure.
Yeah, let's meet.
I will call them to the gardens.
As you say.
Dree, are you cool hanging around here for the next little bit? You don't have to be in the room right now since we're going to be with the people who we're suspecting, but are you cool with hanging around here for the next 2 days if he's quiet that long?
We'll need to get her blood, yeah?
I mean, that,
I say that quietly in my head.
yeah, I'll message. That is a complication. But
yeah, we can bring you. We can trade off. The only reason that I said you, and it was an oversight of me, considering your diet, but the only reason I said you was because you'd be the best person to hide in the room to watch.
No, I will just I will hide under the bed, and perhaps I will use that time to observe, and also while he is pretending his convalescence, perhaps I can help working through it. When they make him ingest stuff, I can help him expel it back out, and I can go a couple days without it's just
we can trade off. Sorry,
uncomfortable.
Wait, Dre, I can hunt and bring the game to the house and some game for you too, if that will help.
You know, rodents abound, and I am sure I can survive off that. You guys don't need to worry about me. We just need to worry about why 5 of us entered and 4 of us are leaving.
Well, I already took care of that. Damaris is going to tell them that you're guarding. Karis, what's up?
Yeah, I was wondering, was there a wardrobe within his room? You're muted, DM.
Yes.
Perhaps hiding in his wardrobe instead, so that you have full view of the people attending him.
Yep.
Whereas under the bed, you'll have their ankles.
Oh yes, yeah. Yes,
also,
of course.
I think it would be wise of us to it- whilst hiding in one spot, you may not come across very many rodents. So maybe accepting the aid of us bringing you food would be wise.
Totally.
I mean, it wouldn't be suspicious. I can bring the game as an offering to the Archon and to the Lady Damaris. The Python games are nearly over, so it's a good gesture, for their hospitality into Delphi and
Yeah.
Delphi, whatever.
I mean,
And
it's a. I'm sorry for interrupting. It's a risk either way. One, if no random rodents come into the wardrobe, then how hungry do you get and what happens? Versus us attempting to bring you anything.
Well, and I'll let DM make judgment call because I know we talked about time limits. But my diet tends to need to be rather fresh.
Fresh, yes. And Aedos would know this because when they're hunting, Driana immediately takes her share upon killing it. She never ever takes it after. It's always within like a 5-minute time period.
right,
We could
But
always
then-
trap something and then bring it again.
exactly. Knowing this, Aedes can maim probably the poor creature and bring it alive. Just
Yeah, Aedos would be confident that he could probably catch like a few chickens or something
Or
that
buy some chickens, honestly.
buy some chickens.
Again, like making hard light plans is probably a waste of time, honestly. Only because we don't even know if he's going to stay quiet longer than 2 hours. So
Or, I also have another idea.
I can make him stay quiet.
no,
Hmm.
nope.
Dree, how good are you at climbing?
It's pretty good.
Reasonably decent.
Why don't you just sneak into his room later?
or
Why do you have to go in immediately right now? Why don't we go get you something to eat,
And then you have time.
and then you have time to chill in his room and not get all fangy?
Yeah, Damaris could distract them, anyone who wants to go in, and just say, I'm having some private time with him.
Yeah.
And, give us a couple of hours.
Say that she's praying to whoever whilst in his presence to heal him.
Let's do that.
Yes, I'm. No, I am definitely. That is a solid plan. I feel badly the amount of concessions that you guys make for me.
Whoa.
With all of that, and then trying to fix this. I don't.
Three. You talk about our concessions. Think about what you're doing for not only the group, but for the greater good. You're willing to stay in an unknown place, in a potentially dangerous place, all on your own, to help out. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't accept the aid of the group.
Well, oh my. No, it's. You all are very sweet. I never expected to experience it. No, whatever you guys think is best for the plan. I can stay here. I can sneak in.
I think Kara's had a brilliant idea. We'll get Damaris after we leave to guard the body, guard her husband, and say that she's praying or just spending time with him in whatever way she can. And later you can sneak in after you've had something to eat, and it'll give us more time. I don't think he's going to stay quiet for long, so we better fix this as fast as possible.
You question? You've got a spelly thing to make people sleep. How long does it last?
A minute.
90s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, never mind about that then.
I already thought about it. I know.
Wait, did we take any of that puppy stuff?
We
from the
didn't. We were
priest?
scared to take it and tip them off. We talked about it. What?
Wait.
Did you take some?
I also have a really bad plan that might two birds with one stone.
Do tell.
What?
Yeah, what is it?
I have it's a chance. I do have a way of I think coercion is a gentle word for it, but I have ways of making him go along with the plan. It's not pleasant.
What would it be? More magic?
Yeah, it's like
More magic.
it's like magic.
But we said no more. I mean, try to
Yeah.
avoid the use
Absolutely.
of.
He is
And this
the
is the
leader.
Argon.
He is the leader of the city. Let's not do that. Let's avoid it.
Yeah.
I don't want to him.
Nor do I, but if our concern is him not going along with the plan,
we have some time.
But what if it failed? Then he'd know you did weird stuff, right?
And he would know after anyway. After it was over.
Yes.
Even if it succeeded.
yeah, he would.
You cannot risk that.
We can't do it.
All we can do is use our words right now.
Yep. We have some time. Let's just move as fast as possible.
But you're good with words. You almost convinced Calidora once.
Yeah, you like went out with her on her neck, right? And then she gave us all our stuff back.
Yep. That was words.
Okay. Actually,
Yeah,
I
it
think,
was.
We didn't see anything.
I think I might be able to, but perhaps if it was just him and I promise no magic, but it would be easier for me if
What about
Wait,
using
all we can do-
message? No, never mind. Never mind.
All we can do is trust him for now. We don't.
Yeah.
We have a lot of options. It's like the Lady Damaris said. He might not do it for as long as he said. So our timeline is shorter. So we have to move quickly.
Yeah, we're on a ticking clock and we're running out of time.
What's it called?
We should question the servants now, or the employees now.
Yes, let's do that.
So then, if we are on a ticking clock, I'm not gonna go crazy and eat him. Just
No magic, Dre. No charms. No nothing.
No, I didn't mean that. Just if we're worried about him actually going along with the plan, leaving him alone seems like a shocking amount of risk for the.
Well, he'll be alone for like 20
An
minutes. Or if you want, you can go upstairs right now and stand guard at his room, and we'll go talk to the servants. And because I think Damaris should be with us, because if she's hiding anything, we should find out.
No, that is what I'm saying. I should stay here.
Well, we're not leaving yet. We're talking to the employees here in the house.
I was only suggesting that you sneak in through the window later because people are going to, Matthew, whatever her name is, already noticed when you separated from the group once. She's gonna have her eye out for you.
Damaris, when we leave, we'll all leave together. Damaris can stay until you sneak back in later.
Oh, sorry. Gotcha.
But for now, let's go talk to the employees.
Yes, I've got a thing for them.
I know what it is. Yeah. You're on mute, babe.
So you guys head down to the gardens, and you are the first to arrive. And then you just wait for the Lady Damaris, and we're gonna end there for the night.
No.
What?
No, Bailey, you're gonna hit me.
no! We were inspired.
What? No!
Then we will pick up next time on Adventures of the Known World. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you enjoyed the dice. We will be back. Don't worry.
We're just finally getting somewhere.
Finally.
Alrighty. So we will be back on December the 12th. See you then.
When I was a child, I walked around with my hands stretched to my side. And in the front seat, I spread my fingers out when I learned to drive. Well, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. When I was alone, I watched them slip as they sliced into my skin. At that hospital, where the blood poured over my arms and the light shined in. Well, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in out of red light. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you? How lucky am I to be alive, to love you? Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and say someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and so someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell am I to be